Driver traveling at high rates of speed and making all kinds of dangerous and erratic moves. He has now moved into the San Diego proper area, and it started all the way up here south of Los Angeles in Willowbrook with no signs of slowing down and no signs of stopping.
In fact, in just the beginning of the video that you're looking at here, he did sideswipe a car on the freeway. He also made some dangerous moves when he was, well, he's driving erratically right there, you can see, but he also made some dangerous moves when he went into a parking lot of a Kmart where there are a lot of shoppers out at that time, nearly hit some pedestrians. In fact, there we were looking at it right there, going into that parking lot where you can see it's full, of course, this time of year as people are out trying to do some last-minute shopping. But this man has been driving erratically, driving fast, swerving in the streets. Again, he was wanted for driving a stolen vehicle. And it looks like just right there that maybe they were trying to do a pit maneuver and try to end this thing, but the conditions just weren't right for it. And the result was a pursuit that continues now. More than an hour and a half after it started.
And Lena, as you've said, just so many problems with this driver and what he's doing, the way he's putting other people's lives in danger, driving very close to other vehicles, including big rigs, making just these wide, sweeping moves across several lanes at a time. The rate of speed, 90 miles per hour, up to 90 miles per hour that we've seen. And then driving on the shoulder of the road. I don't think we've even mentioned that he was observed by deputies carjacking this vehicle right now.
Is going to show you there are no more police officers behind the suspect. They're going to let the units down at the border. And as we tilt up, that right there is Mexico. You can see those lights at the top of your picture. There's a dark area there on the left, and just beyond that, every one of those lights is Tijuana. That is Mexico. So we've made it all the way back down here to the border. Justin, back down to the helicopter before he takes the night sun off, or back down to the suspect vehicle, because the police, California Highway Patrolman says we are not going to fly into Mexico. And I can assure you that we in Sky 9 are not going to fly into Mexico either. But the suspect will have to get off the freeway here as we approach the 905 freeway. That's going to be Otay Mesa and the San Ysidro area. Now, this has been the site of some amazing things. And now he's getting off the shoulder, and you can see the suspect now driving in the dirt and now onto the exit there. It looks like he may be trying to get on the 905. Again, all those officers that may have been ready for the suspect there at the border, they've got another thing coming here, because now the suspect is going to go eastbound onto the 905 freeway. The 905 is a freeway that parallels the border and actually at some point ends here in just about a mile as you entering the very southern edge of California and the United States. That's right. We are technically still in San Ysidro, even though we are right along the border here. We are looking at our moving map here in the helicopter, and literally just about a half a mile north of the San Diego or the U.S. border. If we continue eastbound here, the suspect will run into a dead end. We're only about 4 or 5 blocks away. We got off the 805 freeway onto the 905, turned eastbound. That parallels the U.S.-Mexico border. We are in contact right now with the Border Patrol, the California Highway Patrol. They've got infrared technology that they're using. Look how dark it is down there. They have also got the night sun. Now, you'll notice that there are no black and whites in there. The Border Patrol is keeping a pretty good eye on this guy right now, along with the California Highway Patrol from the air. And there are lots of units in the nearby area. Their fear was that the suspect might lure some of these officers into Mexico, and they didn't want there to be any kind of altercation. I think that some of the times we've been down here, a couple of cases in particular, suspects think they can make a run for the border, and it sometimes ends in gunfire, where you'll see Mexican authorities not wanting anybody to cross the border illegally, believe it or not. At this point, we did not see that kind of activity. We didn't see any kind of squaring off between the two different agencies, or the two different countries, I should say. But now here we go with this very narrow, you can see that it's extremely dark. It's the end of the 905. It's the end of the Otay Mesa Road, and you see a blinking red light up ahead. I see some Border Patrol up ahead, and it's going to be the end of the line here with a left turn. but I don't know that there's an outlet up here for the suspect. CHP now back in behind him with a black and white because he's now turned northbound away from the border. Incredible, actually, that we can bring you these pictures as far out of our area as we are, but we're able to do it, so we will continue to bring you. He's on the wrong side of the road now. There were a couple of vehicles. There's another Border Patrol van right there, and the driver now in the center of the lanes there. It's difficult to even describe how dangerous this is right now for the suspect. I believe that's the law enforcement, so we're going to want to fly that way and get out of his orbit because we're pretty close to him right now. But at this point, officers from the California Highway Patrol, overhead, and Border Patrol, they may even try the pit maneuver at this point. Who knows? But let's get out of this guy's orbit right here, and we will continue now northbound away from the Mexico-California border. I'm going to turn off that light right now, but very, very dangerous situation for authorities as they are now in the dark. We're going to stay on top of this, and we'll let you know what happens here as the suspect now is coming toward us again. Stay with us. We'll only be about 2 minutes. Be right back to you with this very dangerous pursuit. That's the latest overhead. I'm Larry Welkin, Sky 9. They're going to make their move. They're going to make their move right here. He's off the road. Dead end, off the road. It's a state prison. We may want to come back. Yeah, there he goes, spinning out, hits the pole, and it looks like, let's see what happens here. He's in front of a state prison. He's got his hands in the air. If he reaches down, Justin, if there's any gunfire, I want you to pull out as fast as you can, okay? He's got his hands up on the dashboard. He's got his hands out on the dashboard, and it looks like he can go back in. There's no gunfire. Go back in. Officers now from the Highway Patrol have the car surrounded. He is now got his hands. It looks like he is being cooperative. They slammed a car there. They're probably going to break that window in. Watch this guy on the north side there. Nope, they got the door open. They're going to pull him out. It's a crossfire situation, so officers have to be extremely careful, and it looks like he's resisting a little bit. He's down on the right side of the vehicle right now, and it looks like he's in custody. Now, the question really that needs to be answered was there anybody else in the car? I don't think so. I think the driver got out of that F-150, so it looks like it's code 4 here.